He does have Hell Rider.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
It is awesome.
Okay, so he is Hell Rider, and it looks like the game took off to a blazing start with Todd trying to play 2 elves, but both times the elves get binned by Galvanic Blast and a Gut Shot. And now he plays
Shrine of Burning
Rage. All right, so what new cards does your guy have? He has the Hell Rider?
Hell Rider seems to be the only new card in his deck, main deck or sideboard. Now, the big thing though here is that he's playing three Sword of War and Peace in his red deck. So he's definitely tested because I feel like talking I've done, people have said that Sword of War and Peace is going to be like one of the best cards.
Well, I feel like everyone's just trying to hate out these white decks, these white token decks and the white human decks. So Todd has a 4/4 hexproof Dungrove Elevator, and his only new card from the set looks like to be Geist's main deck. He actually has a Bellowing Tangleworm. I believe that's a 5-mana 4/4. All your green guys get Intimidate.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Ooh, got some nice camo work right there. And he's playing 24 Forest, just pretty much just straight green deck. I'm actually less of a fan of these green decks as I was when I first heard about them. I feel like a type of deck like this would just, kind of fold to mass removal. Possibly like Day of Judgment might make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, cards like Strangler Guys are really good against Day of Judgment, and the deck could also be playing some other cards. For example, there's a creature that costs 3 green mana.
Yeah.
It's indestructible and it's also on counters.
All right, there's a sword. I feel like sometimes green decks kind of like sputter out some, but we'll see. All right, so that shrine's ticking up. That shrine is on. Is that really 6 counters?
Yeah.
All right, and he just scoops up. So that was a quick game, and
yep. I mean, getting to swing with a sword and a hexproof guy.
Yeah, it's just like what could really, it's just pretty bad. All right, so Todd just takes game 1 in a blazing. So wait, Todd lost?
No.
What? Okay.
No, Todd won.
Oh yeah. Todd won. All right. Yeah. Still early in the morning, some confusion there. All right, so let's see how they're going to sideboard. Todd has what's Creeping Corrosion?
Creeping Corrosion? It destroys all artifacts. It's a Shatterstone. It's green.
Yeah. What's Glissa the Traitor?
Glissa the Traitor is green, black for a legendary zombie.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. So he only casts it off.
3/3 first strike death touch.
He can. Oh, okay, so
that reanimates there, returns artifacts.
Yeah.
Your hand
That's what I thought it was, but when I saw it, I was like weird because he's not playing any swamps. So I'm like, how's he gonna cast it? But he's gonna cast it off as Bird of Paradise, or he's gonna Green Sun Zenith for it.
Okay, that makes sense. So then, post sideboard, does he have Ratchet Bombs?
Yeah, he does have Ratchet Bomb. Yeah.
That's a really cool interaction. A lot of people have found with this new set is people have been trying to find ways to beat these token producers, specifically cards like Lingering Souls, where even if they have a mass removal spell, their opponent can just flash back their Lingering Souls and still put a lot of pressure on them.
Okay.
So in order to do that, people have been looking for like recurring ways to deal with 0 converted mana cost, like mass threats.
Yeah.
And Ratchet Bomb seems to be the best way to do that. And if we would Glissa in play, every time you pop the Ratchet Bomb, you can just rebuy it and return it to your hand.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. We saw Conley Woods do that to his Grand Prix victory in Grand Prix Orlando.
Yep.
So we see a mono green deck and a mono red deck. Do you think this is going to be a day where you're just going to see like, single color decks?
Well, I mean, it's a new format. I think that's something that's definitely a possibility. Whenever it's a new format, people try to build the most streamlined, aggressive thing they can. That's normally the best thing you can do. It's hard to build a control deck when you don't know what you're trying to control.
Yeah, I kind of want to play a control deck for the Pro Tour, but I feel like maybe this tournament will kind of shape the metagame and see what decks do well. It's what new cards will actually make an impact. Right now Soren's the hottest card. It's valued at like $60 or so. Maybe after this tournament, nobody does well with it, it'll drop. Maybe in the top 8, everybody does well with it, and it'll maybe even increase in price.
Yeah. I mean, anything can happen. It's the first tournament of the format.
Yeah, that's why this is great. Star City Games. I'm Gerard Fabiano here with Jacob Van Lunen, coming to you live from Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
So this is good. This is the first time Dark Ascension is being played. Normally, the first time Dark Ascension gets played is at the Pro Tour.
Yeah. I think that's how it normally goes. Star City has kind of been preempting Pro Tours now for a year or so.
Yeah, this is good because
it's pretty interesting because I think it makes the Pro Tour decks better because people know what they're trying to beat.
Okay.
These Pro Tour decks. If it weren't for, if it weren't for Star City being cool. If it weren't for Star City being in Indianapolis, for example, last year, then would people like Brad and Brian have come up with something like Claw Blade for Paris?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I came up with Claw Blade as well. I actually like my list a lot, but I ended up not making day 2 with it.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, you know.
3 lands limited,
Of course. All right, so what do you think Todd's bringing in? Is Todd going to go with the Richmond Bomb and Glissa, or do you think he's going to stay away from it?
Against the red deck, I don't think you want that.
Yeah, it's not that good, right? I mean,
no.
It will possibly kill his shrines, but that's like kind of slow. And I think Todd wants to be the aggressor with his hexproof guys.
How many Thrones does he have main deck?
He has 2 Thruns main deck.
2 Thruns and 4 Dungrubs, so he probably doesn't have any new sideboard. Does he have a new sideboard?
No, he doesn't.
No? Okay, that makes sense. So
Alright, so we're here again. Alright, so Todd goes turn 1 Llanowar Elf, and the mono red player follows up with a second Noble. Alright. Alright, Todd follows up with a second Llanowar Elf. Oh wow, there's a sword.
Ooh, that's a big game.
And Body and Mind. So oh no, it's Sword and Feast of Famine, right?
Yeah, it's Feast and Famine.
Yeah, Feast of Famine. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one he wants here.
Sword and Feast and Famine. All right, so Todd has access to 4 lands right now. I see a big Garrick in his hand. I also see a Phyrexian Metamorph.
I believe he has a Naturalize also.
Oh, does he? All right, so Todd attacks for 1. And he passes the turn.
He's hoping to bait and equip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Shrine. All right, these guys are playing like really quick. Like I don't understand why you would play Shrine before. Like, are they like low on time? Like.
Well, no, he's playing. He plays the Shrine before he attacks because he wants to untap all of his lands. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
So Todd makes a 3/3. We talked about this on the car ride down. Garrick Primal Hunter.
Yeah.
Awesome dude.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a picture of me. That's where they got the art for that card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
All right, so I believe they're probably waiting on a token here.
Yeah, they're waiting for tokens. You got to be proper when you play at Star City Games. Feature match, at least. That guy has some X's. Maybe he went to a club last night with those X's on his hands.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this guy's up to.
That probably means he's not 21.
Or maybe it was just like a crazy Friday Night Magic.
Yeah.
All right, so the Shrine will tick up. The Noble has 2 counters on it. 1 counter, making it a 2/2. All right, I think a Chandra Phoenix is going to come down. And
Phoenix is really good against these against green decks.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Flies.
Yeah, I guess I'll go after Garrick. Knock Garrick down to 2. You know, hopefully take it out next turn. But I feel like Marius is in like terrible shape.
Oh yeah, I mean Todd's getting another Garrick activation. The Garrick's already, potentially put him in a spot where he's like gaining at least 5 life with it, and he's getting at least 5 life with it, and he's already made 2 3/3s. Now he's the aggressor. It just looks like a disaster for Marius at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, decks like mono green and mono red make me want to play a control deck even more. Because like, what do they have? Just some creatures and burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they gonna do when I play like a big card? All right. Well, Todd bashes in, and Marius will just take the damage. The Shrine will tick up. He just throws a mountain. What does he have? Is that the Hell Rider?
That is a Hell Rider. So it's going to take up the Shrine. And that, that presents like some serious beats if he wants it to.
Yeah, but I mean, Todd just has like the 3/3 token to block. And I mean, I guess you could kill Garrick. So he kills Garrick and then passes the turn. Oh. And all his guys will gain Intimidate, and I'll bash him for the win. So that was like the quickest feature match.
Bellowing Tangleworm.
Yeah.
That was through.
that was extremely fast. So we saw mono green beat up on a mono red deck.
Aw.
So it's kind of classy, mono red, mono green.
Yeah, I mean, normally that's not what happens. Normally the red decks beat the green decks because they have ways to, kill all the mana guys and disrupt the green deck's curve. But we're seeing here, like, the green deck doesn't really work that way nowadays. The green deck has, Strangleroot Geist is really good against red decks.
Yeah, it really is.
Dungrove Elder and Thrawn are both ridiculously powerful against red decks.
Yep.
It's just, it doesn't look too good for the red deck anymore, does it?
No, I would have to agree with you there. So the green deck, this green deck has a bit more lands